The book is out on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense. They struggle against the blitz. Against a Vikings defense on Thursday night that threw the kitchen sink at them. 40+% of the plays, they blitzed 6 or more. And also on 40% of the plays, they dropped 8 into coverage. They were doing everything they could to keep Jalen Hurts and the offense off balance. And so let's get into the film and figure out if the Eagles are developing answers to the blitz. On this first play, we see the Vikings in a similar look to what the Patriots did to the Eagles. I drew this up on last week's All-22 passing game review. It was a really cool blitz package that Bill Belichick used where they sort of ran a cover zero and they had just sort of a quarters-like coverage behind where they were just zoning everything off and keying on these shallow crossers. And so if we roll this tape, you'll see Brown motions over, and at the snap of the ball, it looks like this same thing, right? We've got third down, we've got our guys back here deep. We're just sitting at the sticks and waiting to see what happens. And so A.J. Brown is going to run an out route. Dallas Goedert's going to sort of run a sit route. We've got our shallow cross that's our answer to a lot of these pressure looks. And then we've got like a deep curl from Devonta Smith. And give Hurts credit. He got fooled by this last week. It's coverage I'd never really seen. But this week he recognizes it and he says, nope. And he just bails out of the pocket and he gets you the first down with his feet. And so that's something his mobility brings to the table. Third down, got to have it. The play call is a loss, but Hurts can get you a second play, and he picks up the first down. Again, watch it here from the back angle. The way he's able to get outside of Lane Johnson here, he's able to get around. I mean, this is a contain rush. They're rushing wide here, trying to keep him in the pocket. He escapes anyways. Little juke move inside, gets to the sticks, first down. On this next one, the Vikings are going to bring pressure again. Now, there's a good indication that this slot cornerback is going to come because he's capped. That means we've got a safety right up behind him in sort of a man alignment. You don't see that over here. This safety is out wider. He's not directly over the receiver. So you've got an idea that this guy might be coming. He does come. I don't know if this is a side adjust by Dallas Goedert, if this was the called play all along, but he's just going to run a little quick hitch here, and Hurts gets the ball out on time, in rhythm, avoids the pressure here. Runner's coming free. Get a hand on him there. The ball's out to Dallas Goedert. To keep you ahead of the sticks, it's huge to be able to make a positive play in these. We see it from the back view here. Cam Jurgens looks for work. He gets just a hand on him to slow him down. That's a great job by Jurgens. Hits Dallas Goedert. Moves the sticks. Now this time we see the Vikings, they're in a pressure look again, but they're not fundamentally sound as a defense. Look, we've got two linebackers over here overloading this side. There's nobody over here sort of in the box, and so the Eagles are just going to call a run play, and I don't know if it's designed to go outside here or if DeAndre Swift just gets outside, but this is another way you can combat the blitz. You just run at it. When you want to put these linebackers up on the line of scrimmage, which we'll see later, or put them out of proper alignment, again, just look at what this box looks like before the snap. Look where we're at. These are the two linebackers. These are your linebackers. They should be here, right? No one's over there, and so there's going to be all kinds of room to cut this back, which is exactly what Swift does to get another positive play. Good vision, sticks the foot in the ground, gets upfield. Now this one is a bad example against the blitz. The Eagles are going to run a two-man concept to the bottom. We're running dagger. The Eagles love dagger. You see this all over their film with this deep in. The problem is this is going to be pressure, and this is a deep route. There's nobody that you can hit as a quick check down here except Dallas Goedert, who is like split zone blocking and then releasing to the flat, and it's just too slow. There's no time, and so we roll the tape here. You see Goedert. He puts this guy on the ground, but he's too late. He's too late getting out. There's nowhere for Hurts to go with the football, and there's just instant pressure. And so we watch this from the back view. Goedert does a good job he decleats the linebacker here. Boom, on the ground. But where's Hurts supposed to go with this football? There's pressure coming right up the middle. There's pressure all around him. Goedert is just now getting out. The feet aren't set. Maybe you could argue that he should get the ball out, but that's a tough play. The Eagles have to do a better job schematically on this one. Now this time we see the Vikings with linebackers mugged up in the A-gaps again. We've got defensive tackles way out here wide. What are we going to do against this? We're just going to run. We put Penny on the other side, and we run directly at it. And this is something the Eagles did a lot. When the Vikings went, your dream as an offensive lineman is to have free access to a linebacker. When they want to walk down and be helmet on a helmet with you, that's even better. But look at the splits of these defensive linemen. You've got a defensive lineman in the B gap here, and you have a defensive lineman outside your tight end here. This is extraordinarily light box. The Eagles are going to make you pay for that every single time, and that's exactly what they do here. They're just going to run at it. That's it. That's an easy 6, 7, 8 yards every time you want to give them that look. On the very next play, it's the same look from the Vikings. We've got these linebackers walked up in the A-gaps. Same look, going to be the exact same thing from the Eagles defense. You're just not going to be able to get away with this unless you have the Eagles behind the sticks on a 3rd and long, and they're certainly not here. That's the easiest 8 to 10 yards you're going to get every single play. Jordan Hicks and Ivan Pace, who is an undersized player anyways, Brian Asamoah, who's an undersized linebacker, that's just untenable as a defensive front going against this. Look at it. You've got linebacker Jordan Hicks, linebacker Ivan Pace Jr., extremely undersized. Edge rusher / hybrid linebacker Brian Asamoah, who's also undersized. And you've got those guys hat on a hat with Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, and Cam Jurgens. You're just going to get washed out of this play completely. Look at the push that the offensive line gets. The line of scrimmage is right here. It's at the 48-yard line. Watch how far upfield DeAndre Swift gets before he's even touched. Look at this. DeAndre Swift is just past the line of scrimmage now. This looks like a passing pocket. This looks like the pocket you would drop back into to pass. Just incredible job dominating in the trenches for the Eagles offensive line. The Eagles QB option game was really poor on Thursday night, but this one was a really good example. The Vikings are going to walk this linebacker up and bring him off the edge. The Eagles are going to option this defender. So we're going to leave him unblocked. We're going to get the running back coming this way. We're going to get Jack Stoll pulling to the edge. And I want you to watch Stoll on this play. I think he does a great job hustling out here, and he gets actually a piece of 2 blockers. So notice he doesn't hit this defensive end. Hurts already has this defensive end beat. There's nothing he's going to be able to do. But I love that he comes out here and he doesn't just slam into this guy and let the other defenders get to the edge. He's going to get one hand on him, and that's all he needs. Just take him out of the play for a half a second, let Hurts get by, and then he walls this off. He essentially blocks all 3 of these guys. I thought it was a great effort by Jack Stoll, and he springs Hurts for what's nearly a first down. And so you can watch off the back view here. Watch Stoll hustle across the formation and what he does to these guys on the edge. I think it's great. Hand on number 7, boom, walls off 98. Almost first down. Okay, so the Vikings have been running this pressure look that the Patriots showcased where they're sort of zoning this underneath here. If the guy doesn't go vertical, you key across the formation for these shallow routes. The Eagles have recognized this by now. I thought this was great design. We're going to just clear everybody out. We're going to run at these safeties, and we're going to make them respect the vertical threats. They're not keying across the formation. And then we just bring A.J. Brown underneath on the route we wanted to begin with, but now we've cleared out the safeties and there's going to be room for him to run, and the Eagles combat the blitz that way on this one too. So pressure comes, the pocket, it's a good job picking it up here. Swift picks it up. He has time to make this throw. He's not going to have time to go deep, but look at this. Our eyes are locked onto these receivers going vertical. We have to respect that. There's all the room in the world to throw this ball to A.J. Brown underneath. Thought that was a really nice counterpunch from Brian Johnson to what the Vikings were doing. I loved seeing him make that adjustment in game. Here we get the back view. Watch DeAndre Swift step up here. He does a good job on this one in pass protection, and he has his moments. Stands number 40 up, and there's the ball out, almost to the first down marker for the Eagles. It's halftime here. If you are enjoying this content, please consider giving me a subscription on YouTube. It's totally free at Shane Haff NFL, so you can catch more content like this each week. My All-22 breakdowns, my whole NFL podcast, Chalk Talk, my weekly Eagles Roundtable show, Birds of the Roundtable, and of course weekly halftime shows. They all go live here on YouTube at Shane Haff NFL. Please drop me a subscription. Now let's get back to the video. Again, the Vikings are all mugged up on the line of scrimmage. All these linebackers are up here. And if you want to give the Eagles that look, they're happy to run on it as long as they're not in late down, long-distance situations. And so here we go. We snap the ball. Just string this outside. Great job by the offensive line. Look at that push, especially on the back view. Watch Jason Kelsey here at the center. He's going to snap this ball, and he's going to get outside, and then he's just going to wall Jordan Hicks. He's going to get Jordan Hicks all the way out here. He's going to wall him off and give a cutback lane, which DeAndre Swift hits. So watch Kelsey and number 58, Jordan Hicks here. He gets out to the edge, and then boom, he makes contact, and then he's going to position himself on this side in order to give DeAndre Swift a cutback lane. And Great job by Kelsey. He's a phenomenal run blocker. Swift hits the hole. Big chunk play for the Eagles offense. And now we get to the Devonta Smith touchdown. The Vikings have been bringing pressure, and the response has been to hit these little quick hitch routes to Dallas Goedert or hit these shallow cross routes. And so that's what the Eagles are going to make it look like they're doing here. We're going to get just this little checkup route, and this safety has eyes on Goedert. And because he has eyes on Goedert, he has no eyes on Devonta Smith. We're playing with outside leverage and a quarters type technique here, and Devonta Smith is just going to hit this post route. He's going to be wide open on this play. Jalen Hurts takes a big shot as he steps into this throw from the delay blitzer, but he puts it on the money to Devonta Smith for 6. You watch at the back angle here. You see the cornerback throws his hands up there. He knows he thought he was going to have safety help in the middle. We get the little throwing up your hands here. Like, where were you? Man, you hung me out to dry. We get the back angle here, and it's going to be number 58, Jordan Hicks, coming through that's going to get pressure on Jalen Hurts. Watch how this prohibits Jalen Hurts from really stepping into the throw and following through, but he's still able to get this ball downfield. Coming through, looping around. Hurts starts to step up right here. Boom, he's not able to follow through, but he puts that ball on the money to Devonta Smith for a touchdown. Great design to attack the Vikings defense on that play. Now let's take a look at another play on this one. The Vikings are going to bring a slot corner. They're going to bring a linebacker. They're bringing 6. The play is going to be to Dallas Goedert, who just runs a curl route. Now it's straight up man. We'll say man coverage. It's not really man coverage. Again, they're doing this zone thing, but they've got one free guy in the middle of the field. They're kind of responsible for quarters and zone. And then we've got this free guy that's reading the eyes of the quarterback. And he's going to make a break on this, but it's just going to be too late because Hurts hits the top of his drop and gets this ball out. So we pick up the pressure. That's as good a pocket as you can hope for against a zero blitz. They keep in a running back to block. There's time. Goddard sticking his foot in the ground. Ball's out. Moves the chain. Well, it doesn't move the chains. He gets close to moving the chains. First down, you can throw short of the sticks. Here it is again from the back view. Watch Hurts. He drops, looks at the middle safety, over to Goddard, ball's out. Good play. This time again, the Vikings bringing pressure. The Eagles are going to run dagger. We've talked about dagger already. Once you know what dagger is, you'll see this all over the Eagles film. But we've got a vertical route from the slot, a deep in route from the outside receiver. We're trying to hit this inside or outside receiver on this dig route. Now, it's going to be open this time, and Hurts just misses it. He needs to make this throw. Both tight ends are going to stand to block up the pressure. We're going to get a running back release into the flat. This is what Hurts is going to take. It's the wrong read. He misses this one. And so we get our pressure. It's blocked up pretty good. Again, you're bringing pressure. They bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. Look at the pocket he has here to throw the ball. The running back's releasing to the flat. But right here, this is open. Like, you can tell right now this is going to be open. Safety is looking this way. 7 is turning and running. You've got Devonta Smith breaking over to the middle of the field. Nobody is here. And I would love for Hurts to see this and stand and make this throw, but he gets the ball out to the running back. Missed opportunity for a big play. Now, I won't be too upset because last year there were not these checkdowns in the offense. I like that we're adding throwing to the running back in the game. But this was a big missed opportunity for the offense. This time we again have the Vikings showing pressure. 7 guys on the line of scrimmage here. At the snap, they're all going to come. Now, this is really just kind of a sim pressure. We're going to bail back here. He's going to bail back. He's going to bail back. So it ends up only being 4 guys rushing, but 3 guys are really committed to making this work. And they're going to get a free runner. At the top of the screen, A.J. Brown is going to sort of run like a little stutter move, like a sluggo or a stop and go, torches the cornerback. Now, there's no time for Hurts to get to it because he has a free runner. But because Jalen Hurts is a mobile quarterback, watch what he's able to bring to the table here. This play should be dead in the water. Free runner coming off the edge, another guy barely getting hit by Rashad Penny. Hurts bails out of the pocket, extends the play. On the move, that's a dot to A.J. Brown. Now, could you nitpick and say that we would like to put this ball more on the pylon? We'd rather get it up here. Maybe not so close to the sideline, absolutely. But on the throw with pressure in his face, that's a great throw by Jalen Hurts. Unfortunately, overturned on review. Now, if you watch what happens here, this is how we're setting up this protection. As we snap the ball, we're expecting Rashad Penny to step up into the gap. Now watch Jason Kelce at the snap. He moves right. Okay, so this is our blocking protection. We're going here. Kelce's sliding right. Penny's coming into the gap. And then we've got blocked up here. If this guy comes, we're hot. It's 7 rushers, right? We got to make a decision here. We've got to do something. We're trying to chip him with the tight end. But actually, these guys are all going to bail back. So they end up getting pressure as a free runner with 4. But Hurts, again, able to just extend. Boom. That little push by Dallas Goedert really helps here. It washes the pass rusher inside a little further than he wanted to be. He loses contain on Hurts. See, here's this push. Off balance, stumbles into Lane Johnson. That's enough for Hurts to get outside. And look at that throw. That's a pretty good throw. It should have been 6. And then a few play later, we get another near miss on an A.J. Brown touchdown. This is one of my favorite plays Jalen Hurts made on the day. You're going to get Dallas Goedert coming across the formation on sort of a split zone play action sort of look. He's going to kick out this defensive end. Now, he does a poor job, and we'll talk about that in a second. But A.J. Brown, again, double move. It's like a sluggo. He's going to get behind this. The Vikings are playing aggressive. We're bringing pressure again. We've got everybody on an island. You like your matchups here. Watch Hurts' pocket presence on this play. So Goddard kind of misses this kick-out block. But watch this. Hurts is going. This isn't ready yet. We could deliver this throw. It's not what we want. We've got eyes on it. You can't throw this to Brown. He's on a double move. So watch Hurts climb the pocket and escape out this way a little bit and make a good throw. So this is our first movement. We get up, boom, reset the feet. We're shuffling. There's trash all around you. A guy at your feet right here. This is so hard to make this throw with somebody at your feet. You're worried about getting rolled up on. In your peripheral vision, you think this guy might be diving at your legs, but Hurts is going to whip this ball to A.J. Brown, hit from behind as he throws. And that's just a beautiful pass. On the broadcast, you can see the defender's arm come around and pull A.J. Brown's hand down. Maybe he gets that if not for that hesitation. Even if not, you miss by, it's a game of inches. But this is beautiful footwork. Sliding up, sliding. That's an incredible job of pocket presence by Hurts. Let's watch it again. This is just such good footwork from him. Boom. Up, sliding, boom. Great job by Hurts. And there you have it. Jalen Hurts blitzed on 51.6% of his dropbacks. He goes 9 of 12 passing for 154 yards and a touchdown in this game against the Blitz. Meanwhile, the rushing attack that we talked about, obviously DeAndre Swift, 28 carries for 175 yards, 3.3 yards per carry after the attempt. The offensive line was getting pushed against these mugged up looks. DeAndre Swift was making the most of every single carry. So I was encouraged by what I saw by the Eagles, their answers against the Blitz in this game. Hopefully that's something we'll continue to see develop throughout the season.